Over from Eugene Ellis. That was a good lecture he gave to you about what you may expect if you get caught drunken driving. What about jail? What's that like for the white-collar person?
Just what I've seen with my own eyes, Paul. Nothing out of a book or anything like that. 30 years I'm just doing one thing, and I've seen this over and over again, and nobody really explains it to the people, at least not clearly, at least not that I've seen. Well, the officer approaches you, your heart's going like crazy, and you think, should I say anything? Should I talk to him? And of course, the lawyers will tell you, you have a right to exercise your constitutional right politely, not to say anything beyond your name and your address and the basic information on your driver's license. Be polite, because it's a very difficult job the officer has. And don't be arrogant, and then they'll take you downtown no matter what you say. It's almost irrelevant what you say. If they smell any alcohol or they saw you leaving a bar, you're on the way downtown. So no matter, and don't do any tests in the field. You get downtown after you've done the tests, and later on they'll say that proves you're under the influence. So, but you don't legally have to do that. Everything I'm saying is for people 21 years of age or older and not on DUI probation. You get downtown, and sometimes they leave you handcuffed, sometimes they press the handcuffs very, very tight, and they leave you in the car for an hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, and they get you inside the police station. Meanwhile, your alcohol level's rising, not lowering. When you're finally in the police station, you'll blow in a large machine, or they'll give you blood. Don't hassle them. You have a right, if you are not on probation, you have a right to choose blood or breath. Either way, they'll rush you in, you blow into the breath machine, or they take blood, and then they throw you into a cell. The cell is, I think, kind of unofficially punishment, even though you haven't been convicted of anything. The cell has got a little toilet in the back, which for half the time doesn't work because it's plugged up with all sorts of really garbage. There's feces on the toilet. There's vomit all over. Very often there's no place to sleep. You can't lie down. The bodies are pressed against each other. Remember one thing. There's something called overflow frustration. Nobody in that jail is there because they won the lottery. They're very upset with themselves. They're very upset with the system. And that means they start picking on people. And so it's very easy to get attacked, beaten up, something like that in the jail cell, and the police are notoriously slow on breaking it up or doing anything, because I think in their mentality, well, you drank anything and drove, so you should be beaten up. But anyway, you don't want to find, as a citizen, as a hardworking, ordinary, regular substance of the earth, what we have in America, our working class people, thrown in that environment with people that maybe are drunk and were drunk, but they don't make any differentiation. So there you are. You want to make a phone call. You watched enough movies, you say, I want my free call. Forget it. The phone doesn't work. Or there's some huge monster on the phone who stares at you like he's going to turn you into oatmeal if you try to get him off the phone. And then you have medical, sometimes you've been in an accident. This is really bad. Our jails are very, very lax on giving people medical treatment. If you're a diabetic and your sugar's dropping, forget about getting really quick medical help for anything. One lady was in the cell bleeding, and a guard walked by and looked at her and laughed and said something about the monkeys in the zoo, and let us go without treatment.
And all of this you just described is in the first hour or two after you've been taken downtown. We're out of time.
That's right.
But that's a point well taken, I hope, with the people who watch this, that something has to be done to somehow stop the death and destruction. Eugene Ellis, thank you. You have been doing this for how many years?
30 years.
30 years as a DUI attorney.
Only this.
And we thank all of you for being with us here on San Diego People. Hope you learned something today. We really want you to be safe out there. I'm Paul Bloom. Thanks for being with us.